Award, and it's sponsored by Microsoft Research. And to present this award, please welcome Alex Wade from Microsoft Research, and also one of our judges and panel members, Peter Murray-Rust.
They asked us not to say anything, but we couldn't resist. So my name is Alex Wade, and I'm with the Microsoft Research Lab just up the road in Cambridge, as you can tell from my accent.
Just up the road in Cambridge.
Yes. Microsoft's very proud to continue to be a sponsor of the Open Data Award. About a year and a half ago, we published a collection of papers called The Fourth Paradigm. If you haven't read The Fourth Paradigm, I encourage you to see me afterwards. I'll give you a free copy. Actually, it is openly available on the web. You can download it today. It's under a Creative Commons license. But in that paper, we were honoring our colleague, Jim Gray, and one of the ideas that he espoused of there being the emergence of a new research paradigm, of data-intensive research. And as a technology company, we're excited about the prospect of being able to come in with new software and help make the next level of discovery, help accelerate scientific research with visualizations and data mining and software tools. But really none of that is possible without the data being made available itself. And there are innumerable non-technical obstacles to people making the data available today. I hope that this award is in one small way advancing that cause, recognizing the people that are on the vanguard of this movement, and we're very proud to be involved. We thank all of the participants, not just science winners. So thank you.
Now, there were 6 nominations for this award, and I'm just putting them up here now. And there they all are. But our winner tonight is Dr. Tommy Nyman and his colleagues of the University of Eastern Finland. And that is his project title, and in case you don't spot it immediately, this is a paper about sawflies and the assumption that speciation in plant-feeding insects is driven by changes in vegetation. And I summarise his entire work cruelly in 2 words, which is overestimated, was his conclusion. But the importance to the judges was that he and his colleagues published 3 additional data files with their article. The collection data for their specimens, along with the taxonomic and ecological background information, the sequence data used in phylogeny reconstruction and the resultant phylogenetic trees, and finally, the data file and run parameters for Bayesian evolutionary analysis sampling trees, which I do every day. Now, the judges said that the author's data is well labelled and as such readily understandable by other scientists. They show great transparency in their work, particularly with their first additional data file, which fully documents how they sampled their insects. And in that regard, they demonstrate leadership, as this approach isn't commonly seen. This is a really fine example of how evolutionary biology research should be presented and the data published to enable others to validate and build on other scientists' work. Dr. Nyman unfortunately can't be with us tonight, but we're delighted to have Jean-Luc Beauvais, co-author of the paper, to accept this award. Jean-Luc. This is part of the entertainment.
Right, big smile, straight in there. You want to come in a little bit, that's it. Brilliant, here we go. Straight at me. That's fantastic. 2 more. Thank you very much.
Can I just say how much I value the courage of young authors to publish in open access journals. It is difficult, and I think everybody who publishes in open access journals needs a great deal of support. Secondly, I'd like to highlight the pioneering work of BioMed Central. They are undoubtedly the leaders in the field of open data in scientific publishing, and they've taken the ideas of the Panton principles and really taken them forward, where I think they will change our views on data. And I would also like to thank the editors in BMC who put in a lot of work for these awards, and when you pay money to publish in BioMed Central, that money is going to a good cause. It's going to people who are actually enhancing the process of publication.
Thank you very much. Okay, now let's turn to the first of our two individual awards tonight, and it's a new category this year, and it's Open Access Advocate of the Year Award. And to present this, can I welcome Bev Akerman, Commercial Director at BioMed Central. And the award goes to Andrew Waller of the University of Calgary. So would you like to come up here and just lurk while we, and bask in glory while we say nice things around you? So let me tell you a bit more about Andrew. He's the Open Access Librarian in the Scholarly Communication Centre, that you wished you had one of those, which is part of the Libraries and Cultural Resources Unit at the University of Calgary in Canada. Very fine town. Andrew is responsible for the Open Access Authors Fund, which has made possible over 170 articles for University of Calgary authors since its inception in 2008. And this fund was the very first of its kind in Canada, and it's one of several programmes in the University of Calgary's outstanding open access suite. It includes an institutional repository, which is the second largest university repository in Canada, an expansive digitisation programme with access to journals and monographs in the University of Calgary Press. Andrew has regularly written on and spoken about open access over the last several years. He's one of the people behind the Open Access Librarian blog, there you are, unmasked, and is a Canadian, in case you were wondering, and is a Canadian editor for the Open Access Repository for Library and Information Science, ELIS. For over 5 years, he's ensured that Calgary researchers have been supported in some way when publishing in BioMed Central journals. And this has now reached the point where the University of Calgary's researchers are fully supported by funds allocated specifically for open access publishing costs. And none of that would have been achieved without Andrew's initiative, his drive, his exceptionally hard work. So, not so much an open access advocate in my view, but, ladies and gentlemen, an open access hero. Andrew Waller, open access hero.
Come a little bit closer for me. That's it. Fantastic. Don't be shy. That's it. Big smile. Straight. Two more. Thank you very much. Well done.
And now let's move to our second individual award, that of Editor of the Year. Now, since its launch in 1997, Critical Care has quickly established itself as the most read journal in BioMed Central's extensive portfolio. This is, of course, thanks to its authors, contributors and audience, but one man in particular deserves special recognition, Jean-Louis Vincent, Editor-in-Chief of Critical Care. Now, despite continuing his full-time clinical work at Erasmus Hospital in Brussels, Professor Vincent has overseen the publication of almost every article published in Critical Care, and his excellent understanding of the publishing industry has served to increase the reputation of the journal and the open access movement amongst a group of well-recognised competitors. His tireless and, some people said to us, superhuman, practically, efforts, his enthusiasm, his very friendly manner make him a truly exceptional leader and more than deserving of this award.